Hey everybody, GReimer here, coming at you once again from the Lost Isle Zoo, here on the ZAWA Together server. Hopefully you guys are all having a wonderful Friday. I'm doing pretty good myself. I was not feeling that great yesterday, but I'm doing a little bit better today. Still trying to get over whatever was bugging me. It's like a one-day thing. Whatever, I'm still alive. Don't mind the rotting flesh that is boiling in the hot spring behind me. That is none of your concern. Okay, let's get right on into it. What is your concern, though, is that last week we built a spider monkey exhibit. Let's go take a peek, shall we? It's right in here. All right, no creepers in here, no creepers. It is a cave inside, so I'm a little nervous about it. But right here, this is where the spider monkeys are going. Now, you guys killed it down in the comment section for spider monkey names, all right? So I got a whole bunch to pick from. But I picked out the 4 that I think are probably the best, including one clear victor, because one was requested multiple times. So let's head back to the hidey hole and name some of these spider monkeys. I've got 4 of them. All right, I am running out of name tags, but that's not a problem because I can craft more in this mod pack. There's a crafting recipe for them, and it's pretty cheap. So, all right, the first spider monkey, a big old shout out to, ooh, I'm going to screw this up. Azealia Ahmed. Ooh, sorry if I butchered that one. Cinnamon and Palu. The most requested name for the spider monkey was Spider Monkey. I kid you not. Apparently, that's the name of some alien spider monkey or monkey-looking alien thing from Ben 10. So that's his name, Spider Monkey. So we're gonna go with that. So thank you to you 3 for suggesting that. On to the next one. All right, Holden, if you are out there watching, you suggested Grabsy, all right? I love that name. I think that's a great one for a monkey. We're going to name one Grabsy. Thank you, Holden. And for number 1, Rock and Roll Erroneous, if you're out there watching, Jasper was your suggestion. Big old thank you to you for that. That was a great name. And for the final one, big old shout out to our friend Todd for suggesting Abu from Aladdin. Of course, we have monkeys. Why not name one Abu? It's a great movie, by the way. You should go watch it. The cartoon one. Live action one was meh. Crash. All right, now, I don't think these things are going to attack me. I really don't. I hope they don't, because I might kill them with the thorns on my leggings. So let's just flash our way through the wall right here, just how the flash phases through solid objects. All right, remember, we do have this light coming into the top here, but that is plugged with glass, so they won't be able to get out that way. Not like I think they could get up there anyway. I'm not too sure. I'm hoping they'll be able to reach these vines, though, and kind of run across them. I think that would kind of look kind of cool, but oh, well, if they can't. Oh, actually, hold on. I don't actually have them in my inventory. Derp, I'm in here, and I don't actually have them. They're in here. All right, so I got my spider monkeys hiding in here. Let's go ahead and break this and take that back, because I'm going to be needing that. That's not part of the exhibit. All right, I got to organize my inventory just a wee bit so I can actually put these guys down. Yeah, I hope these guys don't attack me because I'm not putting any weapon on my toolbar at all. I'm just going to have to try to get out of here like the Flash if they do attack me. So, fingers crossed. All right, so the first one is going to be Spider Monkey. The first Spider Monkey is going to be Spider Monkey, all right? There we go. Spider Monkey has been named Spider Monkey. Mission accomplished, just like Ben 10, Ben 10's character. All right, so the next one is going to be Abu. Abu, there you are. All right, they're not attacking me yet, which is always good. This next one is going to be Jasper. All right, Jasper, there you be. And then the final one here is going to be Grabsy, which I think is my favorite name out of the bunch. I love it. All right, there we go. There's all the spider monkeys. They have been added. Enjoy your time here at the Lost Isles. You guys look adorable. They redid the model on these ones since the last version of ZAWA too, so I think these look really good. All right, well, with the spider monkeys in there, are the bats still in here? I hear one, or did these? Oh no, they're all smashed on there. They're still in there. They're just kind of all clumped together, staying warm or something. I don't really know. All right, so that's another exhibit done. Spider monkeys are in place. Now we still have some room here in this cave, so I want to add like at least one more exhibit in here. Probably 2 more we could probably do, but at least 1 more. Now right here I got to be a little cautious because the slope of the volcano is coming down here, and I'm not entirely sure where it's gonna end. Probably right about here. Yeah, probably right here. This is where it's probably going to end. So if I put an exhibit in right here, I got to make sure to fit it in here without it going too far back, too deep for an exhibit. Because if I do, it's going to poke out the back side. But you know what? Why not? Let's build one right here. I like it. All right, we'll build one right here, and then hopefully I can fit the volcano around it. But what animal? What animal is the question I hear yourself asking from the comfort of wherever you're watching this? I bet you you weren't expecting a Hamadryas baboon. I probably said that Hamadryas. I might have actually said that right. I don't know. Probably got that one wrong, but I bet you weren't expecting that, huh? Huh? I actually found one of these things. I did. I wasn't actually gifted this one. A lot of the animals I have, Cinnamon out there actually finds a lot of them, and he kind of gifts them to me. So thank you, Cinnamon, for all those animals. You've done that before. But this isn't one of them. This one was all me. I found this guy once when I was out exploring a while back. Kind of forgot about him. Totally did. Not gonna lie. Didn't even remember he existed. And then one day I was just kind of looking through my chest of stuff here, and I was like, oh yeah, I got this baboon. I only caught one of them. Okay, so it's only gonna be one animal that we're gonna be naming from this episode. So get your thinking caps on. But oh, it's nighttime. I gotta sleep. Creepers be creeping. But yeah, we're gonna make a baboon exhibit. All right, where are they? I hear them. Oh, there they are, right there. I was like, I thought my spider monkeys already despawned. I was like, that's most unfortunate. All right, well, we're back. We got the baboon. Who words are hard sometimes. Stuck in the ender chest right now, so I got him safe and sound. But get your thinking caps on. We're gonna need names for that guy. But right here is where I'm going to put the exhibit. It doesn't have to be a very large exhibit, considering I only have one baboon, but I do want to give him space to kind of spread out, you know. I got to admit, I have no idea where this guy hails from. It's probably part of that name that starts with H that I can't say. Hamadryas. Probably from that. That's probably a big dead giveaway as to where he's from. But I am going to have to look this guy up to figure out what kind of biome he's going to have to live in. But I do just need a cave, like an opening right here. So I got some stone in my inventory. I got a sweet music track lined up. You know what that means. It's time for a time lapse. Okay, that is all done. All finished. Check it out, we got ourselves a cave. Now, I did forget to do something. In here. I was going to put down a layer of grass, but you know what? I think I'm going to see this as a blessing in disguise, because this actually, once I put the grass in here, it's going to be a very short exhibit, okay? It's not going to be very tall. I think the spider monkey one was a little bit taller, but I did have to kind of limit it just a wee bit, because I see you, Mr. Spider, die. Because this, like I said, the slope of this place is kind of getting a little sketch, all right? It's getting a little close. So I can't really raise it up any higher. So I'm trying to make do with what I have, what limited resources. Where is it? There it is. Got it. I have. So instead of raising the ceiling up, a good way to compensate that is to lower the floor down instead. So I'm going to just punch a little hole in here and get this thing started. Actually, I guess I could do a lot of the work from down here. Hopefully there's no spiders down here that are going to poison me. And there we go. All right, got the floor lowered down just by 1 block so far, so that should give me a little bit more wiggle room right now. I think it is getting nighttime out there. Oh yeah, creepers be creeping. Gotta take a little power nap, but then I'm gonna add the grass. All right, there we go. Now here's something interesting though about this specific type of baboon. He lives largely in like African and Arabian Peninsula kind of locations. So I'm sitting here thinking I'm gonna be building another jungle, and so I was going to throw on some grass and we're going to manipulate that type of thing. But now as I'm sitting here thinking, I'm thinking to myself, I don't know of many jungles in that area. In fact, it's more desert-like area, which is interesting. I think this monkey, this baboon, I believe it actually lives in more of a desert area. So I'm going to adjust accordingly so that I can kind of do that. So that means all this grass I brought over here I need some sand. Sand acquired. Oh, crash landed. I crash landed. I've played this game before. I'm a pro. All right, let's get in here and put down some sand. Lots of sand. It's all going to be lining the bottom of this exhibit. Oh, big leg spike. Lining the bottom of this exhibit. I know this looks kind of flat and boring, but don't worry, I'll fix that. Okay, there we go. See, I told you I'd fix it. Add a little depth to it by just adding, little hills or dunes in there, I guess you'd call it. Little sand dunes. Okay, so now I still want to jazz up the terrain a little bit in here. This sand is a good start. Good blank canvas is what we're starting with right here. Now, I probably will need grass a little bit, which I still have the stacks that I had on me, so I'm just going to grab one of those things. I think I also want, that's limestone. Limestone could work for a good block, difference here because it's very similar to sand when you look at the texture or the color of it at least. It's very different, but the only problem is with limestone, I can't really put anything on it as far as like plants or anything like that. Now, there's very limited things I can put with sand in here too, but that's why I'm going to change up a little bit. I'm going to take some creative liberties when it comes to some of the stuff I'm going to put in here, like grass, for example. I am going to include a little bit of grass in here, not much, but it's going to be very sparse, and I'm going to probably mat down a lot of it with the shovel to make it look like path blocks, really kind of sell the fact that this is a dry, arid area. But I do want to put some grass in here for not only vegetation purposes, but also so I can make the path blocks, and that gives it that yellow matted down look too. All right, and now that is in place, I do not have a lot of coarse dirt. That's a shame. I wasn't planning on using a lot in here though, but I might need a little bit more than that. Do I have any stuff? Do I have stuff to make more coarse dirt? I do have a little bit of gravel. And do I have dirt? I do have dirt, so I can probably make this happen right here in front of you guys. Look at me make coarse dirt like a magician. Biggity bam, made some more. All right, that should be plenty for what I have in mind. I'm gonna largely clump up the coarse dirt around the grass too to make it look like it kind of died off there. I think that would look kind of cool. But I'm gonna sprinkle in some coarse dirt in here now. Okay, there we go. Now, one other block that I wouldn't mind adding in here is some of this red rock. I really think that this makes it look really arid and dry. And I'm going to, again, sprinkle it kind of in around some of the other blocks that are already here. I don't want to overdo this, though, because I don't want to make it look like the Outback. It's supposed to just be kind of like a small little accent to everything else. Okay, I think that's pretty good. Now, there's one other block I'm going to add, and it's a very familiar one, more grass. All right, now the reason why is because I am going to be matting down a lot of this stuff. So if I mat down the existing stuff that I have in here, in fact, I'll probably mat down the stuff that I'm placing in here. If I mat down the existing stuff that I have in here, it's not going to look right because I'll get rid of all of the grass in here then. And that's not what I'm trying to do. Okay, I'm thinking that looks pretty good. Definitely very dry with all that sand in here. Let's just stash as much stuff in here as I can. I do want to get a little bit of this stuff going though here. The sandstone slabs right here. I think this will look really good if I can manage to pull off getting a few extra ones. Oh, no, I screwed that up. Oh, I'm screwing everything up. Hold on. There we go. Got it. All right. So we got a couple extra sandstone slabs here. I wouldn't mind piling these things up kind of in here to make it look like it has a little bit extra texture. Moving some blocks around if they kind of get in the way as far as how this ends up looking. Let's grab this grass block, put it back down there, put that there, grab ourselves not the coarse dirt, we need the sand, regular sand, put that back. There we go. Like I said, pile this up a little bit, make it look kind of like it's clumps of sand piled up everywhere, as well as a couple maybe random ones just kind of placed around here too, that are just kind of jutting out, and I think that already makes it look way better. Okay. I think as far as the land goes, that's probably pretty good. I don't think there's anything else that we really need to add to this. I wouldn't mind going and making more heat rocks, but heat rocks honestly might stick out like a sore thumb in here. Maybe they wouldn't be that bad. But I'll worry about that when I get there. That's a future GReimer issue. Screw that guy. All right, let's see. What do we got for plants here for a second? Now, what can we use in the desert? Where is it? Where is the dune grass? There it is. Dune grass for sure. Dead grass and desert grass, yes, for sure. Dead bushes, you know it. All right. Now, I wouldn't mind actually. Hold on. Let's back up just a little bit. Let's go grab these things. Do I have any more dead of these brown birch leaves? I do. I wouldn't mind adding a couple of these things in here too for some of the larger clumps of bushes. And for that, I'm probably going to need. It was going to be so cool if I had them in here, but I don't. I'm going to need branches. Now, how do I make branches again? I think it takes iron nuggets. Branches, branch. That's what I'm looking for. Yeah, it takes an iron nugget and stripped oak logs to make specifically. I have to make a couple of those. Okay, got a couple extra branches. Now, I do want to put some scraggly bushes in here, actually. So, some kind of like this. Some kind of like that, you know, just some scraggly looking things here or there. Just a couple, nothing too fancy, really. No, not that. That's not what I wanted. Hold on. There we go. Had to move it over just a little bit. All right, let's put in another scraggly bush right here. Something kind of long. Actually, that's fine. Leave that open like that. I kind of like that. All right, so there, a couple extra bushes in there, nothing too fancy. Now let's get onto the vegetation here. We already have a slew of different bushes that we're gonna be adding in here, including the desert, or the dead bushes. I'm gonna go ahead and just dot that in all over the place. Like right here and right here. Oh yeah, we also can put like cactuses and stuff like that in here. As far as the ones that don't damage the animals, I think that'd be a good idea. All right, dune grass, I think would be kind of cool if we could find like an open area, like maybe like right here. Whoops, I just replaced that dead bush. My bad. I didn't even know it would do that. All right, sprinkling that in like so, and maybe a couple more pieces over here, like so, and maybe just one guy out there in the middle. Okay, that looks pretty good. Now, desert grass. I think this can also go on sand, which is good. So we're gonna put this in places all over the place here, like so. Maybe one more tucked away in that corner right there. And then dead grass can go on into several spots around here as well. Make it look like this place really kind of gave up and all this vegetation was dying. Honestly, that's probably pretty good. All right, so that's good. Yeah, I think that looks fine. Is there any other vegetation that I want to add in here, though? I mean, I know Johnson's grass could go in here, but I'm holding off. I'm resisting a little bit on that, although it probably wouldn't look too bad. Probably wouldn't look too bad. What if I tucked it like back here? Yeah, I see it works. It just works in every exhibit. All right, so is there any? Oh, Agavoid. I can place this somewhere. There we go. Bam! I can get that out of my inventory. Free up in a spot. All right. Anything else that I want to put in here? It's supposed to be like the Arabian Peninsula, which, like I said, the dune grass was a fine addition. I really like that a lot. I don't know if there's any other vegetation I really want to put in here though, because honestly, this looks pretty decent. Oh, big old lake spike. Pretty decent as far as the vegetation, as far as the terrain goes. It's not as I was expecting, having to build jungle trees and stuff and go nuts, and then I realized, or after a quick Google search, I realized that that was the wrong biome. So this looks a lot better. As far as flowers go, not many flowers in the desert, not very colorful ones at least. But what could we put in here? Something orange kind of would go well with the color. So like I think burning blossoms would light them on fire. Either the California poppy or the orange daisy would work. Guzmania would actually work too. I think that would work pretty good. Let's go with the California poppy on a couple of these things. Yeah, let's just kind of sprinkle in like one or two, like back there, and then maybe another one like right here. There we go. I think that's probably pretty good. I wouldn't mind throwing like one more somewhere in here, like right there. Hold on a second. I'm gonna put grass there so that it looks kind of like it's more filled in right there. That's probably pretty good. Adds a little color to the build, you know. All right, but let's grab ourselves some bone meal and start bone mealing up the grass and getting some taller grass in here. Let me grab my shears right here, because when this happens, I don't really want the tall grass right there. I just want the short stuff so I can just fix it quickly and easily. That one's fine. The tall grass in front of that hole is here where you can see the branch behind it. That's fine by me. That's actually probably all right too. So I don't want to fix on every single one, just some of them. Whoops. Oh well, I'll do that. Pretty good. All right, so let's put everything back that I don't need to do a little inventory management here because my inventory sucks. Like really bad. Alright, I'll fix the rest of this later. Again, future GReimer issue. Alright, I think that's pretty good. Now, I do have one problem, and that's the lighting. Okay, this is going to be an interior build, so that means that, let me inhale a chicken and think about this. That means I'm going to have to hide lighting in here, and I probably should have thought about that before adding all the plants and stuff. Whoops. Let's grab the glowstone, because that's what I'm going to be using for sure. Let's grab this bunch of pieces here. Alright, and I'm going to go knock out these torches and see how bad it is. Boy, it ain't great. Not gonna lie, it ain't great. Alright, so I gotta hide some lighting in here big time because this sucks. Hold on. I'll probably hide it underneath these bushes for sure. And if I can hide it underneath some slabs and let the light come through still, I'll do that too. I'll pull every trick out of the book to try to get some more lighting in here. There we go, not too bad. Now this does not actually have any natural light coming into it, so I kind of feel bad about that. But this is what it will look like when it's just any time of day, lit up, nighttime, daytime, whatever. So people should be able to walk by and see the baboon at any time. So, all right. I think the last thing to do really is just to add a couple of little details like pebbles on the ground, and that should be it then. All right, I think that's it. Oh, I did want to add actually like some kind of cactus or something in here too that I completely forgot. Do I have any? Do I have like prickling pear cactus? At least a couple of these things I think will look pretty good. I don't think I have any of the little cacti, but I also want to make sure that things don't get damaged by this. You know, I'm not trying to kill them with this thing. All right. Okay. All right. This is definitely a lot different than what I thought the baboon exhibit was going to be. I did not expect to have to go full desert on this one, but that's what we're doing. We're doing full desert. Let's throw everything back in here that I can. And then I'm going to need the glass. Let me grab the glass backpack. Not a lot of glass in the glass backpack. Where did all that go? I thought I had more in there. Did I throw it in like another dump chest on accident? My inventory is an absolute disaster. I wonder if I threw it in another inventory somewhere. Did I throw it in here? No, I did not. Interesting. I thought for sure that I had more glass on me, but I cannot find it anywhere. So I guess I just have this like stack really to work with. I'm going to put the glass in here right in this little spot lining the bricks. And then I should be done. If I need to go grab more, I'll just go grab more. I do have to grab more. Just a couple pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4. I need 4 more pieces. Jeez. All right, got some more glass. Not a big deal. Let's throw that in right there. Bam, done. All right, I think that's a done exhibit. If the lighting's good, we got vegetation in there. We got, it looks kind of, I'm hoping this looks kind of more like the Arabian Peninsula as far as some natural terrain that's out there. So hopefully I got that right. If it's just straight up desert, well, I added some creative liberties to it. All right, I only have one of these guys. Let's look at him in the ender chest right here. Hamadryas Baboon. I only have one of them, but I'm going to need a name for that little guy. So if you guys could go down in the comment section, leave me your best baboon names. I'd greatly appreciate it. But I think I'm done here. I think that's all I'm going to do for this week. I got the baboon exhibit added. We're ready to go. Ready to throw them in there. I need you guys to name them. I almost started flying off the edge there. Almost walked off the edge there. Holy cow. I just got to stay still. Just stay still. Alrighty, guys. I'm getting out of here. Have yourself a good weekend coming up here. And I will see you guys next week. Be sure to like and subscribe and all that other fun stuff to this. All that jazz. You know the routine. Okay, goodbye.